Hi there. I just want to come on. I'm first going to just talk about people that I know I probably shouldn't talk about, but I'm gonna. This is my channel. I'm allowed to say what I want to say about people. And I did the right thing today. I had to, because it was eating me inside, and you should never let that kind of energy take a hold of you and be there. And this was somebody that is in my family, and it's an in-law. And I don't necessarily 100% think she was out to get me or anything, but it was used. And people in my actual family started I think they know that I was on there. They're able to see me again on my stuff, and I've unblocked a lot of them, and I did it because I wanted to be a stronger, better person. And I wanted to be the one that sets an example, even though I'm the youngest of everybody, mostly, except my nieces and nephews. But, most of them are older than me, and yet I'm the one that cares the most. I'm the one that always has cared. And I know, I'm just saying it, it's not something you guys all saw, and you'll never see it because now I can't show you. They know that. They have the family video, and they won't even give me a copy. They just all make up these bullshit excuses. It's like, I know that they're BS, It's like, come on. Telling me that my own nephew, who's amazing at computers, accidentally ruined the DVD for anyone to copy. And yet, everybody has a copy. My sister gave everybody a copy of that. So there's no way that he ruined everybody's movie. And he's not that type. I'm sure he did not ruin it. I bet he didn't even ruin theirs, because he's really amazing, and even if he did do something to theirs, they could have had other people's, and they didn't care, and they know that stuff like that is important to me. It's our memories, but they don't want to remember our life as what it was at one point, when I was a little kid. I always will remember those days, whether I have that video or not. It's just I don't have proof, for everybody. I don't have that tangibility to show you who I was. I have to just tell you, and it's up to you to believe what I say about myself. My husband's seen one of my family videos before it got ruined in our storage, so he knows. He knows what I was like, and he knows what the family's like, and he could pretty much see it on the video. I could say a lot, but words are cheap, actions do speak louder. And while everybody else in the family is sitting around on their butts, I was the only one with my mom cleaning. So, I actually cared. I cared so much. And I've said this a billion times. Everybody knows what I feel about my family, and that they're one of the deepest places in my soul. They really are. They're everything. And they've hurt me, and they don't even care, And this was the last straw, though. So I redid it because, I have had that Stalkers Anonymous page for a long time now. Ever since the stalking really escalated to where it came, a court hearing and stuff. And it's sad that no one person in my family, not even my mom, cared about that whole situation. They didn't support my page. They don't care about anything, It just feels like they all don't care. They don't care about my life, about what happens to me. And that's when it dawned on me, why should I care? Why should I care about people that don't give a flying rat's ass about me? and would rather have seen me stay that little goody-goody doormat that they all thought I was. It's like I wasn't really that. She was in there too. But I wanted to love them. I wanted them to love me. And that's why, as a kid, I was very impressionable. And being in the foster system and being removed time and time again, it really gets you to make you realize that if you aren't perfect for them, they can send you back. It's not like, even when you're adopted, they can always renege the agreement. That's what people don't understand. Like, there's plenty of children that are adopted and then they're returned. Like, they're used trash. And these are children. They're not, when you have your own child, is it returnable? Can you say and go to God and say, oh God, I don't want your freaking piece of trash? Then it shouldn't be allowable. Even with adopted children, you should freaking work it out. I should be treated just as equal to them. But I had to be Miss Goody Goody Doormat, or else I was a nobody. And even when I was Goody Goody Doormat, their drug addict son was more respected and accepted than I was. And I never did that shit. Never. And, they had such questionable friends that end up being weird with me, having odd thoughts toward a little kid. Like, that's just, and the fact that they all knew. That's what really eats me up inside a lot. so often. Is that I didn't know all this. And my mom and other family members all knew all the time. They always knew everything. And they would just hide it. Like it didn't happen. And I would think I was safe and there was no problems, And they were just my brother's weird friends, eccentric at times, but just weird. I didn't think of them like that, And I guess my mom thought I was that way. And it was my fault that they thought things like that because of who I was. It wasn't my fault. I was a little kid. Like, I wish she'd just get that in her head. I really wish that I could just thump that in her skull sometimes. And she doesn't understand. She really doesn't. She's my mom, but yet she doesn't understand the deepest things like that a mother should for her children. And it feels like sometimes I'm talking to a kid when I would try to tell her things. And, I do understand that she had it rough in her situation, but it's no excuse. They never give me any kind of slack, even though I was molested for 4.5 years. They never care. It might as well have never happened because suddenly I come to the Port family and you know what? I should be little Miss Goody Goody. I should just be like them because I came from that family, but yet this in-law of mine, she was molested and they act like, well, it's understandable. She was molested. She's had it really chaotic all of her life. Oh, and I didn't? Whatever. But I can't stand that bitch. And I call her a bitch because that's what she is. And I'm sick of her. I'm sick of the family. I'm sick of all of them acting like everybody else is so great and supportive of everybody else's stuff but mine. It just feels like that with everything in my life. Why is the only ones that support me? I don't know. It's like it makes me wonder. If anybody knows me deeply, maybe they'll never care about what I do. And if they know me too well, then it means that I'm nobody once you know me. I've always felt that way. Like when somebody knows who I am, my deepest soul, then it's time to just get up and leave because they're not going to care. My own family doesn't. And what chance do I have of other people when you get way too close to somebody? And it's always happened. I don't know, maybe it's because I was taken away and given up people, and it's always a shallow relationship. You know, when you're a foster child, it's like till you actually get with that family and you stay with them for a length of time. I guess that's why it was the hardest for me with my family. Because, yeah, we had ups and downs in that family, but I thought in the end they actually still somewhat cared. You know, they went to my wedding, at least most of them did. They went to my graduation, at least some of my family did. You know, I mean, I get it. They never really cared about coming to my birthdays. But I was a little kid, especially growing up. I understand why they didn't, you know. I was a little girl. I had little girlfriends. And my brother Johnny, they're the only ones that were always there. My mom, my dad once in a while, mainly for the cake. But, you know, at least they were there. It's like, that's why I thought they would always be there. And my mom told me that she would never just make me leave. And I believed her. And then my dad made me leave the house. And then they all started judging me once I was kicked out of college. My other in-law, she's good at making him feel like I was a nobody, that I was never going to amount to anything. Even through all of that crap and all of the heartache that I've gone through and all of the things they've done to me. It's just been a lot. Stealing my things, not ever giving them back. Things that meant a lot to me, nothing to them, everything to me. Except I guess I understand why my brother would like my pogs. He's a sick fuck. I'll never think anything other than that. I mean, even when I go around and put on that little smile and pretend like they all do, like we're all perfect and nothing ever happened in our family, because that's what we do. That's what we're freaking good at. We're good at hiding everything, putting it under the rug. You know, save it for a rainy day. Lisa will never remember. Lisa remembers everything. Everything. I have a really freaking amazing memory. Like I told you, I used to have a photographic memory before I came to this family. I was still with my birth mom. I had a photographic memory. I could see things in my head. It was that, I mean, I didn't watch TV and fry my brains all the time like most kids do. You know, I didn't really want to watch TV because my mom always watched horror movies. So who would want to do that as a kid? I played outside in the road and with my little friends. And yeah, I was pimped out. But I didn't fry my brain. You know, I didn't have much to go on, so I had to use my imagination more than most kids. And they're little like that. So I got a good memory. It's all I had going for me. My ability to dissociate from myself. It's what kept me alive through that time. I was such a young little kid. I was so little. I was a failure to thrive baby. I was a premature baby. I was like only 4 pounds, 3 ounces. Had little tiny feet and hands. It was really cute. I saw my little prints. It was really cute. And yeah, so I had really problems from the get-go. Medically, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Even whether I'd be able to live or not. And so that was a big part of my life. And then I was adopted, and then I had different problems. I became anorexic, and I was suicidal, and I don't know, I just wanted to die. I wanted to go somewhere else. In my head, didn't work anymore. It didn't do anything for me. Going away in my head didn't help. And I'd always feel so numb around my family. Like, I wasn't even there sometimes, especially with my dad. Which I know it's not right to talk about him like that when he's not here, but I don't want to sugarcoat. I'm sick of sugarcoating. Because I was that girl all my life. And you know what respect it got me? Nothing. Because the minute you do something that somebody doesn't like, they forget everything good you've done. You know? At least I didn't devote my whole freaking adulthood to children and helping people and families, only to get accused of rape in my older years and die alone in prison. I'm not Bill Cosby. I think that's really pathetic. Everybody forgets what good you do. If you do one little thing, that's bad. Or even if you didn't do, if you're accused of doing it by other people that everybody thinks is great. And yeah, all I'm saying is right, people. Like, everybody thinks if you're low end or you're not up there yet, that you don't know nothing. We do. And I wasn't always like this. I mean, yeah, I've had a lot of downs like this, but sometimes it's people that are the most down that understand and learn the most. Because they don't take learning for granted like some rich, entitled people do. You know, they all take it for granted like it's just a gimme. Us that are on the bottom, we didn't get to understand how to learn and grow and be imaginative and use our minds. That's a treat for us. That's like something that we don't ever think of as nothing great. It's always important to use your brain and your mind, and I tried to instill that in my nephews and nieces. I don't think they even remember that I was that way. I think all they remember is what they've been told, because they're freaking put brain pills in their minds are so gone. You know, those meds, they really fuck you up. That's why I was trying to tell people, get the kids off of the freaking drugs. You know, I understand certain things for certain situations, but I honestly think too many kids not every kid is mentally ill. Okay, I think it's an illness to want to act like your kid is mentally ill. That's an illness. That's a serious illness. It's called Munchausen's, and it's more on the parent, not the child. But the child will take it in, and that's where the problem comes. Because then the child really thinks. Children are very impressionable. You can't do that with a child and think that child's not going to get messed up in the end, because it will. And that's not really right for parenting. I don't agree with the parents that are that way. I think it's abuse. And I told that to Isaac's mom, and she said, vouched for the other person. Like, it's not always right just because you know the person. That doesn't mean they're right. And I'm just getting sick of everybody in our world just acting like only certain people are in the right to speak out about things. Because it's not true. Anybody can speak out about a cause if it's important to them. And I have a lot of causes that are important to me. Because I have had a lot of experience, people. It's not just in my head. It's not just stories, you know. And if I showed you my video, you would think I was a cute little kid. So I was always, like, doing something in the family videos. Like, I really liked helping do china or do the mirrors or just dust and clean around. Like, that was my thing, you know. And I thought it mattered to my family, but in the end, it didn't. They just used me as a little maid. That's all. And now that one of their own people has a little cause or whatever, she's doing a little side business or whatever, probably last a minute, like all of her odd little things do. Then, so they're all on her little bandwagon to help her get more and more likes, probably to try to make her get over me. I've been on there for a while, and I've actually shared really meaningful stuff that's important to me. So I would hope it wouldn't be as important as some stupid cruise line stuff. Like, that's really fucked up. That is really freaking fucked up and wrong. And I'm really done with my family, though. I realize they're never going to care. They're always going to dash my dreams and hopes. And if I stay with that, I'll be poisoned. And I can't be like that. I have to be strong for myself. And for once, care about myself more than I care about the opinions of some assholes who could give a shit. You know, they're living their lives being stupid, being gluttonies. That's all they are. They don't ever care about being healthy or decent with their bodies. But then if I try, it's like the end of the world. But watch. One of them will start thinking of things like that and trying to have the family get into certain things. And then they'll all get into it. And I'll be like, wow. Yeah, finally joined the bandwagon. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised because I thought you'd never care about your health. I've always been saying this for a while now. I've been posting my things of what I do for a while now. And no, I'm not trying to have a big head, but when you get nothing, you're allowed to speak out about it, you know? There's a difference between wanting someone to at least support something about what you do and like making them be nice to everything you do or say. I'm not that tight, but the fact of the matter is they literally don't support a freaking thing I say. Like they don't, like they just are there. And that's another reason I unfriended and blocked my sister-in-law today. That was my last final. I did it again to the rest of my family. Well, I wasn't on their friends anyways, but I blocked them all. So they can't even see anything I would post anyways on her stuff. But I don't even want her seeing me at all either. So I unfriended her too. And I know they'll talk about it amongst themselves that I did that again. I'm being emotional again. But you know what? It's weird. Okay? It's just freaking weird when somebody sits on your things and they're just there. They're just there. Like, why? What the freak is the difference? You don't say a damn word. You don't say anything positive. I guess fine. You don't say nothing negative, but what? You don't want to say nothing? Like, to me, that's just freaking weird as hell. It's called stalking, people. That is what a stalker does. They don't really want to be there on your stuff to support you or care about you. They're just there to literally watch your shit. And to me, that's just weird. Okay, that's freaky. Like,
wrong.
If you're not going to say anything at all, then you don't even need to really be on it, you know? Why even care? Why even care? Like, and that's another thing. Like, as a family, I rarely even see them in real life. So it's all online. They might as well just be online freaking avatars, you know? I'm sick of that. If you know somebody and you're able to be in their real life, why just only focus on their online creations? Like, that's what everybody in the whole world can see. You have access to who they are, but you don't care. Like, that's why I can't stand being on any of their stuff. I really can't, even when I was allowed on it. Because they wouldn't really even care about my things. They probably looked at it all the time. Who knows? They probably looked at it daily back in the days. But I just never knew. And it's really awkward when you're around people and you know that they've seen your stuff, but they don't say anything. Like, I'd almost rather get in a freaking match and duke it out, you know, and stand up to the plate and actually sit there than have them just walk by and just be there and they know what you've done and you know that they've known what you've done. But it's like, they don't want to acknowledge that. You know how weird that is, people? I've had to deal with that with my family multiple times throughout different events. It's so freaking weird because you know that they're wanting to say something and they don't. And it's like, why aren't you saying it? I know you freaking want to. And then they get that right up teen moment. And then they say their little piece. But they make sure they're only around people they're trusting to hear what you're saying. Because they don't want everybody else to see that they've said that to you. That's when you know you're dealing with people that are so super sneaky. And it's just weird when they do that. It's like, you could just basically say that to my face in real life. You don't have to, like, make it a big, huge deal. And then they always act like they're always they're trying to help me, encourage me to not do certain things. But yeah, whenever I wasn't doing anything, they didn't care to see how I was or check up on us. They didn't care about anything that went on in our life. But oh, when I want to get somewheres, now it's all of a sudden they seem like they're wanting to sit there and tell me why I shouldn't keep doing this, because deep down they know. They know I'm a really freaking great actress. They know that I have the ability and the potential to get wherever I want, and they know that I have talent. They don't ever say it, and my sister has even told Isaac that he's decent, but he never, and should be an actor, but never would encourage me or say that I'm good at acting when she's seen my stuff. Like, but doesn't think I have good talent. Like, I know that's BS. I know they're all just talking crap, and they've seen my things. They've even seen that I've gotten actual headshots that have been really amazing. And I'm going to get a demo reel done. And this place is not a scam, it's legit. I think that's what's scaring them more than the fact that I could fail. Like, I honestly do. I think it's more about them. Because if I got anywheres, then maybe they would be in the limelight too. I think that's what they're more worried about. And yeah, if I get somewheres, then maybe they should start treating people better. You know, I'm not going to be all buddies just because I do become anything. I already know who actually cared for me, and I know who didn't. And I'm not going to let people fake into my life. I didn't let freaking the bitch in my life, certain in-law, I didn't let her scam me. I don't let the other bitch scam me. And I damn straight won't let any of them. 2 of them are the B, by the way. Yeah, they're both in-laws. I can't stand them at all. And they both know it. And they know Isaac doesn't like them, and that's why they're nervous. Because a lot of people are scared of Isaac, so that's all I got going for me. Really. Because if it was just me, they would treat me like shit. They don't care. You know, they mostly are worried about, more nervous when Isaac's around, then they would wait for Isaac to be gone, and they would say shit to me. But they don't get, I do have a freaking mouth. I can use it. And I will. I'm not going to be little Miss Pansy anymore. I'm sick of being that girl. Nobody ever respected her. She never got anywheres. So, my Mona part comes back. Yeah, people, this is who I really am. I'm not like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, oops. I'm so sorry. I won't ever do that again. No, I won't do it. No. I'm a fucking mean bitch that'll tell your ass off. And that's what you have to do. Oh, and one thing I realized. I really scared some person next door. I told that bitch off. Yeah. Like I'm telling you, I did it in real life, people. For the first time, I felt what it felt like for someone to fear me. Yeah, me. I went off on that bitch, and I started telling her how she should treat that kid right. But I realized she's probably just the stupid babysitter now, and the parents are deadbeats that probably are just out at some bar somewhere. And they just leave her in charge. And she just doesn't care about the kid, does whatever she does, and leaves it at that. But I still was like, bitch. No, I didn't say bitch. You think I'm like up there yet? I'm not ready to sit there and actually bitch some motherfucker out like that bad. But I did be respectful about it, but I still told her off. I told her pretty much straightforward what I felt inside without the cursing. I wanted to, trust you me, but I'm not at that point yet. I can do it right here, but in real life, I'm not there yet unless I'm around people that I actually feel safe with. With her, I just was wanting her to freaking get the message that I was pissed the fuck off at her and how she treated that freaking kid. And I think the kid actually realized I was trying to vouch for the kid because he actually just like looked at me. And I was like, it's not right. And, the kid still actually kind of likes me, I think. So, kind of cool. And I was trying to tell, at one point I was like, go see your mother. Because the kid was just looking up through the window. totally almost butt naked except for a diaper, and with his little car just playing there, right in front of our window, and looking up at the window. And I poked my head out and I saw him. I was like, what the hell? And where's anybody watching him? And that got me started. That's what finally was the last straw. Because I was like, no, hell no. Like, you don't know what kind of people are at these type of places. Not all of us are good. Like, we're good. But I mean, not everybody in these types of places are really that trustworthy. And you're just gonna let that kid. Now I realize she didn't care because it's not her kid. So yeah, of course she ain't gonna care about the kid. You know, she just a dumb babysitter. But whatever. You know, it's still the point is if you're watching someone else's child, you should actually freaking be decent with that child. Like, that's still a child. So obviously she's a deadbeat. It's like, geez, and so are the parents. I don't think that any people should be in these places with their kid. I think I already told you all this. But anyways, I'm done ranting. I'm done off my little soapbox. Now I'm going to show you some things that I got, and we're going to be doing a video. But I'm not going to be able to do it on a video recorder later. I'm going to do an unboxing, but it's not going to be with a recorder because right now they're too expensive and we don't bought too much other crap. This is something I think's been helping me though. It's the Chlorofresh Chlorophyll Concentrate. It's an internal deodorant, and it's been, oh my gosh, it's really been helping me to flush myself out, I think. So I'm happy. And I take these pills now. Instead of taking the liquid form, I just have to take 2 of these pills, every morning. They still both these kind of have weird taste, but it's better than the freaking supplement, so I'm okay with it. And this I learned is just as good as my olive oil and green tea. This is from Divine Heritage too. It's the Patchouli and Buriti Body Wash, Toning and Uplifting Body Wash type thing. And it smells so good, and it just makes you feel like it's not like drying, it's totally moisturizing. So it might be one of my new best friends, my new best one, since they don't sell the other one. And this I also love. It's our new hand wash from Wash Sugar, moisture loving hand wash with watermelon and fresh mint scent, and it's so good. I'm gonna smell it too. And today we got our Walmart stuff in. Look at this, people. This is our hand sanitizer. You think we'll be out anytime soon? Yeah, this is it. It's huge. And this is my other one. Yeah, that's it, people. It's my freaking, for my leg, because I still have problems with it. And this one I'm going to use probably when I do my workout, because it will help me to be able to somewhat do better at bending my legs, and it's actually pretty decent and comfortable. So yeah, I'm also getting a wig from Amazon. It's the Belle wig. I'm gonna use that when I do my unboxing, because it's so pretty too. But it was not like that expensive, but it's really nice, and I saw people with pictures, so I'm excited. And I got some stuff coming, so I think you're gonna like it. And I will do more videos too for you all. I'm still at my decent weight. I'm 115 pounds, so I haven't really gained anything, even though I've been eating a couple of days. The last couple of days I've been more eating, but I've also been going better, so it counteracts, I guess, itself out. And so yeah, I'm like down a little bit than I was, which I'm like, yes. Hopefully when I see Dr. Bailey, I'm the same weight or a couple pounds lighter. That'll be even better. But yeah, if this works, then I'll be down to my goal in no time flat. And, so I put in the past in my family, and I move on with myself, and I do things for myself to make myself feel good. Oh, this is another thing we got. This is so good smelling. And it brings the whole place to feeling and smelling better. I put one in the bathroom here, and then I put one in the dining area slash living area, and one in the kitchen. And it just kind of like makes the whole place smell so good. Usually I get the watermark scent, but that's Lily of the Valley. And I don't know, I'm in a kind of a weird scent type mood. Like, it's changed. I love rose smell, and I love my Lily of the Valley smell. It's like I'm into this odd like flower smell type thing. I've never been that type of girl where I'm like I have to have a flower scent. But I've noticed like myself wanting more herbal, smelly flower type scents lately. So I don't know. Maybe it's just change of the seasons or something. I don't know, but it's like I like that so much. So I guess your desire of scent sometimes can change. But yeah, I'm gonna stop this video and just say, I want to tell all of you, because sometimes I think other people might have similar experiences, so maybe you'd understand. If people in your life don't accept you, if they don't understand or try to support any of your dreams, not all of them, I'm not saying they have to support everything you say or do. I mean, if they just don't ever seem to care about anything you do, just always realize that you're better than that. And that, they're your dreams. So maybe you are the one that's the stronger one. Because you can dream and imagine and get somewhere so far, A dreamer is a very, very amazing person. They're special, They have that ability to see things that aren't there, to see them in conclusion, to see what could be. That's a dream. It's not necessarily there yet, but it could be. And that's a dreamer. Us dreamers are the ones that are the forerunners of everything. We see the impossible, and we believe that anything is possible. And we have the mentality of a child, and that's what it actually says in the Bible too. To have the mentality of a child, to have that faith, that innocence. And so many people, especially in Christianity, they act like they believe that. And they say the words and they mouth it. But in the end, they don't. Because if they truly believed anything was possible, and they believed that God was God of everything, then they wouldn't sit there and doubt anything that could be a possibility. Because in doubting anything, you're doubting God. And basically, you're saying that God is not bigger than this person's problem. That person shouldn't do that because something bad might happen. If that happened, then you might as well not do anything in this world. But to have faith, that's what children do. They don't have that doubt until people put it on them. And then they put their own beliefs into the child. But until then, that child is pure of heart and mind. And that's what we all should be, so that we can do impossible things to other people. Everybody else would say, you can't do that. And you say, yes, I can. I'm going to show you. And you do it. And it's amazing. And it feels good when you do it. And people can see that you have strength inside, and you have character and determination. And I have that. I've had that all my life. If I didn't, I would never have cared to start learning how to eat from a fork at age 4.5. Come on. I didn't even know that. So I was kind of slow, people. I got a very slow start in my life, but lucky for everybody, I was still that determined girl that I was gonna succeed. And I've overcome a lot of obstacles, and at times I wanted to give up too. But back then I still had my mom, and she pushed me. And she gave me this determination that I now have. So that's why I've held on to her. And I think it's that feeling that she's my last link to my family. And when she's gone, I don't have one. So it's so important, Family is important. They always have been to me. And I hope they are to you too. And I hope yours are good to you, because you deserve it and you deserve love. Never forget that. Never, never, never forget that. And I hope that you stay loved and lovable and always believe in yourself. You can.